What's going on YouTube? James here. Welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today I am going to be doing a review of the newest Disney live action remake. It seems like Disney loves to do a lot of these remakes of the older classic films. And this time we got one directed by Dean Fletcher Camp. That's a remake of the 2002, I think, animated film Lilo and Stitch. And without spoiling anything, it's about this sister duo, Nani and Lilo, who, after going through a little bit of difficult times, in the midst of all of that, meets an alien named Stitch, and he causes a lot of havoc, but also on the flip side, kind of helps them through the difficult time, and Stitch kind of helps Nani and Lilo learn Ohana and family and just how to better their relationship as a whole. And so it's a really cute movie. Lilo and Stitch is probably my second favorite Disney animated film. Only Lion King is above it. So when they said they were gonna remake this film, I was very excited. I just thought, I love Stitch as a character. The movie is really funny. The original Lilo and Stitch, probably one of my favorite comedies. It had very clever humor, I thought. Like I said, the heart is there. The watercolor backgrounds that really makes the exuberant, laid back feel of Hawaii kind of stand out is there to make you really feel like you're in there with these characters. So, with that being said, does this new live action interpretation of Lilo and Stitch capture that humor and heart that is very, very prevalent in the animated film? Let's see. To just say what I think about this live action version. It's quite interesting that they could turn a movie with a lot of heart, humor, and just artistry, and just get rid of all of that. This movie is not very good. I think that there are some good things in it. And to start off, I'll talk about those good things. And those good things are really good, but they're very far few in between. The characterization of Stitch in this movie is good.
Yeah, still good.
You guys, if you are watching this review, you probably seen what Stitch looks like in live action, and he looks really good. He just a very realistic texture. You really feel like he's a living, breathing character in the movie. He looks exactly like he does in the animated film. And Chris Sanders, who actually wrote, directed the original movie as well as voiced Stitch, and has been the only voice actor to ever voice Stitch, is back in this live action version as the said character. And of course, he's amazing. The manic energy of Stitch is totally built upon in this movie. And there are some really funny jokes that allude to him and that are with his character as well. And yeah, there were some fun to be had with Stitch. So if you guys are a Stitch fan, at least there's that you won't be too disappointed on, at least with his manic energy. His characterization, I'll get to that in a second. But also a lot of the cast, all the cast basically, except maybe one cast member, in this movie, I really enjoyed. Maya Kealoha, and Sydney Agudong does Lilo and Noddy in this movie, and they just have really good chemistry on and off screen. If you guys want to watch Maya Kealoha's and Sydney Agudon's a sisterly bond thrive to its full potential, I actually do not think it's in the movie itself. Rather, it's in the marketing of the movie and the interviews that they are in. Like Maya Kealoha is like one of my new favorite child actors. She's just very cute, very over the top. She's very funny. And the sisterly bond that they have together is very cute. And I just wish I was fully portrayed and looked upon within the movie. I don't think it was though. The aliens played by Billy Magnuson and Zach Galifianakis in here are just very manic and over the top, and definitely do the best with what they are given. Well, maybe not Zach Galifianakis, but I'll get to that in a second. Like I said, you also have like Chris Sanders as Stitch, which of course is great. Um, and yeah, they all do good with what they are given. There are moments of heart here and there. Also, there's pretty good cinematography within the whole thing. But I'm gonna get into my negatives, and that's basically that the characterizations of a lot of the characters is missing, and that dynamic that you have is missing, and the dynamic that you do have is kind of very cliched, and just not that interesting, and doesn't really drive home that message of a whole ohana and family and making friends and aliens alike your family, even if they're not blood. Just being there for one another. That message is not there whatsoever. And the emotional moments that we do get are very, very kind of melodramatic and like I said before, a little cliched, and don't add anything new, like have a new interesting angle to any of its themes of family, and togetherness and acceptance like the original does. There are a lot of scenes in this movie where Lilo is kind of going solo and not with Naughty, where she should have been with Nani in the movie to kind of further their relationship. There was a lot of just it's a really messy movie where it kind of jumps between different plot lines where you don't get the full picture of the relationships. There's random scenes of Stitch going rogue at a wedding. There and a bunch of other places just kind of by himself or with Lilo that doesn't further the plot. You have these aliens that I think that they look really good CGI wise, but just their character, and the kind of funny nature of what they had in the original, of kind of the manic stuff that they did to try to capture Stitch in the original, that the humor that they have in this movie does not come from that. It comes mostly from uh, they becoming humans in this movie. They kind of, unlike the original, they turned from their alien form to their live action form to kind of try to fit the medium a little bit. And the humor uh, comes from the fact that they've never been in a human body. So, they're like discovering how to walk, discovering human things. And that's kind of a plot line we've seen in a lot of movies, first of all. Um, but on the flip side, it also kind of makes the movie feel unfocused because it's focused on gags that doesn't follow the plot. And just because of all of that, you do not get that heart and that humor, especially even from the character of David. There's a character named David in this movie that's kind of, he was from the original, and he's kind of like he has a crush on Lilo's older sister Nani, and they kind of form a bond, and David is trying to get her to go on a date with him and stuff like that in the original. But in this one, he's just there. I don't remember a single thing that he does. He doesn't have any dynamic with anyone, and his character is just totally wasted. Even that slight little cute banter between him and Nani could have made it at least a little bit more cute and enjoyable, and just had him as a comic relief. I would have really enjoyed, but they don't have that at all. And finally, my final critique of the film is sadly famed actor Zach Galifianakis. Now, to preference, I'm not going off on how bad Zach Galifianakis is as an actor. I love Zach Galifianakis. I think he's a good actor. Um, but in this movie, he's very, very, very miscast. He just does not fit with the rest of the cast, and just kind of feels like he's in a totally different movie. You never believe him to be an alien from another planet, especially when he's bantering off Billy Magnuson in the movie. And I think Billy Magnuson does a really good job with what he is given to try to make the situation of him being an alien coming into the real world funny. But I do not think that Zach Galifianakis does that. But yes, guys, that is just my thoughts on Lilo and Stitch 2025. Maybe you guys really enjoyed it. I would love to hear all your thoughts. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, leave them all down below in the comments so we can have a nice discussion about the movie. Also, if you have any movie suggestions for me, leave them in the comment section down below. I love to check out movies that you guys suggest, so then maybe I can come on here and tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification after you subscribe so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.